Hello everybody, I'm Karabo, your Northern Bushman. During our stays in the Kruger National Park, we've pretty much adopted a straightforward approach. We enter the park, drive around and enjoy the bush, and later on make some dinner at camp. We don't have extensive knowledge about the bush, nor do we have expensive equipment. So everything is simple, so everyone can relate. This is a previously uploaded video that we had to take down due to a minor copyright issue. We've also managed to include footage that was not previously featured due to a damaged memory card. On this trip, the camera that we were using was a Canon PowerShot, so the video footage is at 720p. Because we were still learning how to use the camera, there's a bit of shaking here and there. Please bear with us, but I know you'll enjoy this video because the Kruger is always special. There wasn't much action on this day, so upon arrival at camp, we settled in and made some dinner. The next day we headed down south to Crocodile Bridge because the bakkie needed some minor repairs. But most importantly, we went in search of the 3 cheetahs that were in the area. As luck had it, we actually did manage to find the cheetahs, but they went and sat under a shrub for more than 2 hours. They didn't look like they were gonna move anytime soon, so we decided to let this one go. Because we no longer had the Hilux at this point, it meant that we couldn't drive on gravel roads, so the only logical thing to do for us was to go to the H12 and turn back to camp from there. On our way back from the H12 bridge, we were blessed with our first lion sighting. This mating pair made up for the non-action-packed cheetah sighting. After the lion sighting, we spent a few minutes at Sunset Dam, and even though we had a bit of time on our hands, we decided to call it a day. Our day started out at Sunset Dam, then off to Komatipoort to fetch the hylax. We would then plan our route from then on. On our way back from Crocodile Bridge, we zigzagged on the gravel roads and ended up on the north end of the S114. At the H12 bridge, where we had made a U-turn the previous day, there were 3 lion cubs lying on the riverbed rocks. I'm guessing that there would have been at least one lioness on guard, but we didn't spot her. We stayed for quite a while at this sighting because from then on we were going to go straight to camp. We wanted to go down to Crocodile Bridge again, but we turned back and went up and down the H10. On our way back down the H10, there was a very old male leopard coming straight towards us. He walked down a culvert that was nearby, and soon there was a commotion and sounds of distress. A minute or two later, one hyena came out running at full speed, and a few seconds later the leopard came out with a hyena in his jaws. This is by far one of the best sightings I've ever had in the Kruger National Park. The leopard attempted to go up a tree with his kill, but he was just too old and weak. Instead, he opted to hide under the cover of the thicket bush and started feeding. We still had about an hour and a half before gate closure time, so we decided to drive down the H422 a little bit. To close off the day, the bonus was this sun-kissed leopard. We stayed at this sighting until there was just enough time to get back to camp. We completely forgot to monitor the time at this sighting, and as a result, we were almost late at the gate. We've always wanted to see Mpondo Dam. On this day, we decided to go there. Our route of choice was to cut across the S21. We didn't see much after the hyena sighting, so this buffalo sighting was refreshing. To be honest, we were now tired from the driving, but these 3 male lions brought us back into good spirits. We decided to take a break from all the driving and booked a sunrise drive, but it didn't yield any results. To counter the frustration from the lack of sightings from the sunrise drive, we took another shot at the cheetahs down at Crocodile Bridge, and this time, luck was on our side. At first, they were standing a bit far from the road, but it was as if they could sense our frustration. They walked straight towards us and sat right next to our car. Eventually they stood up and walked away from us towards a herd of impala that was nearby. Things went a bit quiet from then on, so we decided to go back to camp. We had our breakfast at Mug and Bean and decided to go down to Crocodile Bridge again. Though we did manage to see the cheetahs again, but this time around they didn't put up a show for us. Because the H422 was rewarding thus far, we decided to go back down to Crocodile Bridge to Gezantombi. Though the Burami Pride were nowhere to be seen, but this Leopard was a fitting substitute. We then realized that the leopard had a snare around its neck. Later on, we reported that at Crocodile Bridge. A few minutes later, a herd of elephants passed by. They made the scenery even more spectacular. On the S130 turn, while we were still on the tar road, we had another sighting of a sun-kissed leopard on a tree. We left camp at about midday. We chose Malelane Gate as our exit point, and finally on this day, we managed to complete the Big 5. I truly hope you enjoyed this video just as much as the previous ones. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and become part of this family and join us on our future adventures. Peace be with you.